Hello, part-timers, and welcome to another episode of Dueling Dungeon Masters. We have taken a few weeks off because life is busy, and we're all getting ready for PAX
Yes.
Unplugged, which is really exciting. And we all have life,
Yeah.
you know. There's Thanksgiving, there's family stuff going on. But anyway, my name is Michael. I'm one of your Dueling Dungeon Masters, and I'm joined with.
I'm Alicia. I am the second half of this amazing Dueling Dungeon Master duo. And Cast, say hi.
We'll go in the order.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Hi, what's going on? Go ahead. Cool. Hey, I'm Andrew. You can follow me on Twitter at BoomManGrenade, or you can follow me on Twitch at Live from the Apocalypse, where we do a bunch of TTRPGs for charity. And tonight I am playing Bobby Sawyer, a real friendly but not very bright jock who's really interested in keeping his friends safe and getting unshrunk so he can get those gains back, you know?
Hi, I am Beverly Provost. I'm going to be playing Sammy Sawyer, Bobby's little sister. You can find me on TikTok at Nerdy Native Gal or Instagram at Beverly Provost Official. And Sammy is
So ready. Now that I've had a good cry and I've gotten over my meltdown, I am ready to kick some giant ant butt because there's a lot of them in this garbage can with us.
Yep. My name's Mark, and I am playing Rhonda Clark tonight. She's back home after a long stint with her son Paul, and unfortunately, she's the adult of this group, both literally, obviously, literally, and at this moment, she has taken charge over the ant battle. So we'll see how that goes.
Hey everyone, my name is Nick, and you can find me on the internet at Nick Mason with a 0. I am a self-proclaimed professional do-gooder with a chronic overactive imagination, and tonight I will be playing Paul Clark. And apologies in advance if I'm sounding ultra echoey tonight, but I'm coming to you live from a very empty new office in the new house I just moved into. So christening the first stream in the new house. So looking forward to tonight.
Congratulations, sir. Good sir. Yeah, and where we last left our ragtag group of tiny heroes, they had climbed up to the top of the desk and were then swept into a trash can, where Bobby actually struggled for his life momentarily, but was saved by the heroism of Paul. And after they were kind of catching their breath, they are now facing down some ants that happen to be in the trash can with them. So that's literally where we are. I believe Rhonda pulled off like a piece of fork, like the what do we call it?
Time.
The tine. We'll go
You
with
had
that. The other
Or a
one was
prong.
fine. Or a prong.
A prong is
pulled off-
appropriate.
Pulled off the tine, which is someone is using as a baseball bat. So we're ready for our first like real combat. And with that, Alicia, you want me to give a flip? You ready to go?
Yeah. Let's go.
Confident.
I know. I'm nervous.
Yeah.
She's like, if you say so.
Why not? I guess.
All right.
Rip it and flip it.
Okay, that's me. You can't see it, but there we go. That's me.
I'm
But you're
so
welcome
glad.
to steal it.
I
You're
know.
welcome to steal it. Okay.
I'm so glad.
Okay, so as I just said, you were all catching your breath. Bobby, you are covered in this like pink, thick liquid as you have fallen into strawberry milk and almost drowned, but we're saved. It's starting to kind of like fall off of you, but it is kind of sticky and like I said, thick and slippery. The four of you stand face to face as you see antenna pop out of this rotten, like mashed corn, and then you see 3 heads pop up, and there are 3 ants that you can see at this moment that have been chowing down but have found a new meal scurrying around. Just for context, the ants are about the size of like a mastiff, right? They're not you are bigger than them, but they are something to, strong to deal with here. And of course, ants can lift many times their own body weight, so be prepared. And we'll just start in order. Bobby, what's going to happen as these ants begin to stare with their big bug eyes at the rest of the group? Pincers clashing.
I think Bobby's gonna just, choke up on his improvised bat and kind of like look back at the group and look at the ants and go, I don't see a way out, so I guess I'll buy us some time. And it's gonna just get ready to just smack the first ant that comes running in. Take a couple steps forward to give him a little bit of distance from the rest of the group to give them a chance to think.
Okay, so as you begin to take a step forward, the three ants take this as you're about to run away and they want to pounce on their prey. So they also begin to approach you as their little legs begin skittering, and it's like they're all moving at the same pace. So you feel the ground beneath you kind of rumbling as they come towards you. Give me that brawn check and swing away, sir.
Yeah. That is a 9.
I'm gonna say that their brawn is a D12. I forgot to give you something, so we're actually gonna roll for it right now. What did you roll?
9.
A 9. They rolled a 10. You're welcome to push if you'd like.
I'll burn an adversity token to meet, right? Is that how that goes?
Sure.
Yeah.
So
I'll
you
burn one
meet.
of those.
You meet, and because you meet, this becomes a clash. You smash this thing in the head. It turns away. It begins to claw at you again, and grabs the bat as you are now like struggling with it. You did a little damage, but you're in a fight with this leader so far. Sammy, your brother has just attacked one of these ants. What are you gonna do?
Oh, goodness. Sammy has too many ideas all at the same time.
Sammy's gonna yell out to her brother.
Do you remember those zoo books that Grandma got us the subscription to about the animals?
Like ducks under like a pincer. Yeah, yeah. What about him?
So you trust me, right?
Always.
Okay. 2 months ago, the issue was on ants. I need you to get me that ant's hind gut.
The what? Duck.
Its butt. Give me its butt.
All right, I'll get its butt.
And what do you want to do with this?
Hind gut. I'm sorry.
Hindgut.
Beverly did a little research because Sammy would know.
Really?
Sure.
Got to be prepared. My goal is to try and get to the ant's butt, its hind gut, where it has a gland where it secretes the pheromone that they use to tell the other ants where to go, that they drop along the ground to create a line. And I wanna get to its butt and see if I can like palpate or squeeze just as much as I can out of that.
I don't like that word.
Okay, so what I'll say is you're giving him like a tactical order. I want you to roll brains for me.
Yes.
And
That's my best.
we'll set this at like a 7 for now. And if you pass this, then I will let your brother do another flight check to see if he can get around behind it.
Yes. That is a 9.
Perfect. So Bobby, what do you say as she gives you this order and you're trying to get around behind it?
Grabs I think I like duck under another arm and kind of like try to roll to the side, just like mutter to myself, all right, time to get crazy.
On the ant's butt.
On the ant's butt.
Amazing. Give me a flight check against their flight check, which is going to be a D8.
Okay. Rolling the same. That is a 6.
This is also a 6. So again, this is a tussle. You're swiping, it's swiping at you, its pincers go, you duck underneath it. Go ahead.
I'll burn one more adversity token just because it seems important.
Perfect. Great. So as you struggle, you give it one more tap, and it turns its head away, and you're able to get around behind it. So that's what we'll say right now. Great. Rhonda.
Rhonda is going to, as soon as Bobby begins to flank, I think she is going to start shaking her like flail keychain to make as much noise as possible.
Great idea.
And she's going to, she's just going to start going like, she's just be like, all right, come on, let's go, you son. And it's like, you know, they would be beep, beep, beep. And there'd be a lot of different people's voices dubbing over. So it's very clearly not the actor who plays Rhonda's voice under all of the curses. It's different female voices overdubbing
Sure.
it. So it sounds really bad. And she's just making as much noise and trying to confuse them as much as possible. And she's going to shout to Paul and be like, Paul, we got to find a way out of here. And she's going to post up and try to just block the ants and dodge the ants in between the two youngest children. Robert's an adult. He's fine.
Pretty much.
He's an adult. He's fine.
Okay,
Good
so you're
boy.
jingling your keys as a distraction for the other two ants to you're pulling like a Jurassic Park, like come this way?
Yeah, and like taunting them and like, you know, trying to kind of hit them with it, keeping my distance, but like,
Cool.
you know, yeah. Fainting a lot and doing a lot of, that kind of stuff.
Okay. So then let's say that is a flight roll, because it's you trying to like, you got their attention, but you're trying to not get caught by one of their pincers and kind of run away.
Well, that's a 1.
And that will be a 7. Oh,
doesn't matter.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
So you are able to get their attention. However, and as you pull them away, you distract one of them, and the other one you lose sight of momentarily, and it leaps upon your back, and you are now like pinned down by this mastiff size ant. Paul, your mom has just been attacked, and this thing is like, she's holding its pincers as they're like closing in her mouth or like at her face. What do you want to do?
Well, so where I last left off, I remember when I got thrown into this trash can, I landed on top of a box of nerds. So to me, those are big honking projectiles, something I can pick up and maybe throw at these ants. So I'm going to like run over to the edge of this squished box of nerds, like tear open the edge, or go into a part that's already maybe ripped open, and grab a couple of these nerds out and chuck them at this ant to distract it or get it off of my mom.
Sure. Real quick, roll me a d4.
Okay. One.
Okay. So you see a couple of them, but you're only able to like grab one this quickly. Okay. So you have one in your hand. And you're going to hurl it?
I am going to hurl it.
Okay, so that is going to be a brawn roll, because this is like a big boulder.
I get that. All right.
And this will be, we'll say this is a 7.
Great. I might be able to do that.
Okay.
Damn. Rolled a 3 plus 1, which is 4.
Mm-hmm.
And
any skills or anything that might be able to help you?
No, I don't think so. 10.5 my diet. No, I was about to say I've got cool under pressure, which will let me take like a half thing, but that would still be like 4 plus 1 is only 5. Okay. I can't. I miss.
Sure. So you throw it. You in a hurry. You don't realize how heavy a nerd is for someone this size, and so you go to shot put it, and it just falls short. And the other ant looks and sees where it comes from, and it is now going to start chasing you.
Oh, no, no.
And I will relinquish it there. We'll get a flip, because all the ants are kind of where they want to be. Everyone's attacking one currently. And I will say that my mistake earlier, I should have had you roll fight for your bat swings, probably. So whoever is next can handle that. Maybe give him some sort of advantage, because I kind of fucked it up. I don't know. So yeah, we'll get a flip. Oh, it is Alicia. I keep forgetting where my
And
camera is.
I today for the first time, and I'm gonna pull my coin and relinquish it to you.
Oh my gosh, already. Shit. Okay.
Fight.
So Bobby, you are now
Okay.
behind
Yeah.
the creature because your sister ordered you to go there.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to say anything, or what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I'm just gonna flank the ant and just yell like, all right, so like the whole butt, like you want the whole thing?
If you squeeze it, there should be like an oil like coming out. Like, just get as much of that as possible.
Okay.
Get the juices out of his butt.
Yeah. I heard that the first time. All right. And I'm gonna
All
like
right.
just basically do a kind of bear hug on the back, pushing this ant to try and squeeze it.
Okay. So again, you will do an opposed brawn check here, and we'll see how it goes. So you have to beat a 4.
Alrighty. That is a 17.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh wow.
You reach around this thing and like squeeze it so hard that you lift it up into the air, and as you begin to squeeze it, its legs are wriggling in the air, and a secretion kind of like spills out onto the floor.
Just say, Sammy, say when. Just keep squeezing this thing.
That should be good. Now,
All right. As soon as I get enough, I'll just let go and try and like reset for fighting.
You just let go?
Man, this is really gross.
Mm-hmm.
No, I have an advantage. I'll hold on to it. I'm already covered
Okay.
in like pink liquid nonsense, so I might as well just be coming out.
Yeah,
crazy
you're already
Hold
goop
gooey.
as well.
hold him there. If this works like I think it will, then you'll be fine.
Okay.
If you can just hold him for a minute.
I want to take the stuffy that Rhonda made me out of her leg warmers, and I want to like dip it in that oil, try to soak it up,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna run around in a big circle and like rub that along the ground. My hope is, let me explain my thought process here. My
Mhm.
hope is, so ants find their way through the secretion that through that
Sure.
gland. They smell that, and that's the trail they follow, and they follow each
Mhm.
other's trail. Occasionally, ants can get lost from that, and they will begin to just follow the ant in front of them, follow their own secretion, and end up walking in a circle, all the ants marching in a circle until they die.
Sure.
It's known as a death circle because they just follow it until they get so tired. So my hope is that this is an overpowering scent marker for these ants to bring them into this circle and hopefully get them to march in a death circle. But in case it doesn't work while I'm running around, I would like to use my my perception to look for if there's anything in the trash can with us that might contain olive oil, meat, eggs, or cheese.
Okay.
I have a plan. You look at me like I'm crazy.
Incredible.
Clearly a plan.
Here's what I'll say. You can do one or the other. That's a really big thing that you're trying to accomplish. So
That makes sense.
circle first or eggs first.
I'm gonna circle first. Can I yell though at Paul and Rhonda
There
to
you go.
look for those things?
Sure.
So as I'm
So-
running in the circle,
So run in a
Look
circle.
around and find olive oil, meat, eggs, or cheese. I know it doesn't make any sense, but trust me.
So,
Oh,
so
man.
she's dabbing this stuff. A ant is wriggling in the hands of her brother. One is on top of Rhonda trying to eat her, and one is chasing Paul. You begin to draw a circle on the ground. How big of a circle? Like a 10-foot circle? 10 foot in
In our
your
terms,
size?
yeah. Probably like a little like closer to 8 foot. It doesn't have to be big. The goal is to just for all the ants to fit
Cool.
on the line at the same
Okay.
time.
So you begin to draw like walk around backwards in making a perfect circle. And as you call out to Paul and Rhonda, Rhonda, this thing is on top of you. What would you like to do? You are muted.
Good, because Jack just let out a really, really loud, what I'll call a snore. And I will. So I'm going to press the my keychain flail into its mouth as much as possible, and then we'll see. I want to grab its antenna. I want to like try to like
Cool.
pseudo like choke it for a second with the like give it a, and then grab its antenna and like, but yeah, I don't know, like pull it down. I know I'm under it, but I want to like try to, yeah.
Okay.
I really
Would
don't
you
like
call
that.
this? I'll let you choose. This is either a fight or a brawn roll.
That's gonna be a fight. Yeah.
Okay. And this will be against their brawn
Sure.
roll because they're trying to also attack you.
Yeah, it's an 18.
Well, that beats a nat one.
Okay.
That's awesome.
So yeah, tell me what happens. You reach up and grab its antenna and
I don't know. I mean, this is just Mark from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, but I want to like grab it and treat it like it's, I don't know, like grab it and like get over here and like treat it like you're pulling a kid in
by the ear,
by the ear, and like pull it and like stick its nose down into the corn, into the sand. You know, like it's the sand, and I'll be like, "You stay there," and
Sure,
and then I'm gonna like put my foot on top of it for a second and get the lay of the land.
Okay.
I guess that's my turn.
No, that's great. So while she's been making this circle, you were able to pull this thing off of you, drag it over to this rotten corn that they kind of like pulled themselves from, and you like put your foot on it, and you're like, ugh, your like mother bear instincts are like just like swelling up within you, and you hear her say, what was it you said again, Sammy? Like bring them over to the circle or something like that.
I told them to
look for eggs.
Yeah,
That's right.
eggs, olive oil, meat, or cheese.
Okay.
So you may roll a brains to see if you can find that.
Great. That is, that's not the 7. No, that's a 1 plus a 1, so 2.
You don't see any of those things as you're
Just
looking around.
Hopped up on taking down a giant ant.
That's right. Yeah. your fury eyes see nothing. Paul,
Yeah.
you are now running from an ant.
Yeah, I am. So that pocket knife that I used to slice open that carton of strawberry milk not too long ago is still in my hand. And so I am just ready. Like I'm trying to, the main thing I'm focusing on is like trying to successfully run away from this thing, like across random trash. So I think since I'm like ready to attack in case I get up close and personal with this thing, I think I can spend most of my turn looking for the thing that Sammy asked me about. And then I'm also thinking about the fact that like my mom, the first thing she yelled at me was like, we got to find a way out of here. So I also sort of want to like take, while I'm looking, see if there's anything hanging over the edge of the trash can. Like, is there a janitor rag that's hanging over the edge of the thing? Is there enough trash piled up on one side that maybe we could scale the pile of trash and get ourselves out of here. So I just want to use my turn to look for those things.
Sure. Why don't you roll me a brain
Great.
check? And we'll say that because you are like free currently, you're just running over things. We'll say it's just like a 5 to
I love
find
that. I love that.
something. Yeah.
All right, 13.
Perfect. So you do see like a half-eaten what do you call deviled egg that's like in the corner. You do
Great.
see that. You also see that things are stacked up, not quite to the top of this, but like you said, there's also a rag that is no, I'm sorry, not a rag. He has stuck like a broom down into the like trash. So there is like a big wooden rod kind of sticking out and you see the bristles way up in the air of this broom.
Okay. I shout out, Sammy, deviled egg, 3 o'clock. So now she's been notified of that. I am going to, scaling a wooden broom with no way to climb it or a stack of trash. I am going to bet on the stack of trash, I think. So I'm going to run in the direction of the pile up of the trash to see maybe how far I can get in doing that.
Sure. Why don't you roll me a flight?
Okay.
And we'll say depending on how high your flight is, I'll let you know how like far you can get up this pile of trash.
4.
4. So you this is
6.
yeah, that's good, that's good. So you can see that it's like a milk carton and some food items, and then above that is like a ball of tissue. You're able to get up on the milk carton, not on the food and not on the ball of tissue, and that's as high as you can kind of would be able to get.
Okay.
So milk carton, you're the lowest level of the 3.
Got it.
And
how far away is that ant? I wonder.
These ants' brain roll I have deemed a D4 because they are followers. They're not a queen. They're not thinking for themselves. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll a D4 to see how high it gets. And we'll see if they start smelling this circle that we've put on the ground. That's a 2. So not great. The one that was chasing Paul stops chasing you, Paul. As you begin to climb up, it gets to the edge of the milk carton, and before it climbs, you see its antenna kind of go crazy, and then they point over to Sammy, and then it turns its head and it begins to run towards Sammy. And everything else is being held in the air or being stomped on currently. So we will leave it at that, and we're going to get a flip. It is me again, but
here it comes.
I'm going to toss it your way this for my first one.
Okay, so Sammy, you've gone around and you've like stunk up the place with the ants' butts, and Bobby, I would assume you're pretty stinky, and Rhonda, this ant is just you're not having the greatest luck with this ant. God, I hate ants. Oh, this is why I did not want this. Okay. So as the ants are, the one ant that was looking at Paul as Paul's starting to shimmy his way up this broom, there is this big twist towards Sammy. And Sammy, this ant locks its eyes dead on you, and its antennas are doing what I think you think it will do as it's starting to find its path on its butt secretion juice, and it begins to circle it, but it stops right in front of you. Paul, you are watching this from a bird's eye view. And as this is happening, you are starting to feel the broom that is next to you begin to shake. Rhonda, the ground beneath you is beginning to rumble. And it's not it's not the ant feeling rumble. It's like, oh no, something's really going to happen. And Bobby, the ants are now looking at you. So the other two ants have locked eyes on you, and you all of a sudden have become their queen, kind of like you
Oh,
smell
no.
bad. You smell really bad. Bobby, what's
All right.
going on? Where are you? You stink to high heaven. And one ant is headed towards Sammy, and the other two are barreling towards the stinkiest thing they know.
Bobby's more used to being like a prom king than an ant queen, but he'll make do, I guess. I've got this one ant still kind of in this awkward hug grapple.
Yep.
I see the other ant going for Sammy, and I think the move is for Bobby just to like straight up clean and press this ant mastiff and just hurl it at the other ant going towards Sammy and just yell like, "Hey, asshole!" And just like I'll just deal with the other ant when it hits me.
Okay.
Nice.
Let's get me a brawn roll, please. And the ant, its butt has been secreted, so I'll give a little weight off
Fine.
of it. So it's gonna be what their brawn is a 12. So I think you're gonna have to beat it at least by a 10. It's only gonna lose a couple grams.
All right, that is a 9, but I have protective, which gives me
Ooh,
+3 for
+3.
defending somebody.
Yeah.
So it
Okay.
gives me a 12.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I forgot I had it earlier.
So I'm gonna let you. That was a really great beat of the roll. I want you to narrate it for me. What happens?
I think exactly that. Like Bobby's like struggling. He like sees through like the flailing limbs of this ant, like this other ant kind of running towards Sam, and he's like, "Oh no!" And literally just like hefts this ant up, takes a step forward, and just soccer throws it towards the other ant so they collide into each other,
Yes.
knocking it off course, and just yells like exactly that line, like, "Hey, asshole, over here!" And then like looks over and sees the other ant kind of coming at him. He's like, "Oh shit."
Okay.
Clever girl.
It's awesome.
There it
So
Amazing.
the ant has been hurled through the air. There's this like intersection, just T-bones the other ant that's on its way towards Sammy. The collision stops them for a moment, but they instantly get back towards their feet. They shake their heads, and their antennas really start to kind of whirl around again as this scent, while it's not super strong because it's being masked by the corn mash and the deviled eggs and the rotting milk that's been in these bags, they start to walk along this circle, but they stop every second, and they're still coming towards Sammy.
Hmm.
Sammy, these bugs, you know them. You read about them in the zoo magazine that grandma got you. Are you going to avoid them? Where, what, how, what's going on?
Sammy is a little confused as to why they keep stopping. She hasn't quite figured that out yet, and Sammy doesn't like not knowing stuff. But these ants she's the littlest one here. So these are the biggest threat to her more than anybody. So her primary concern is her safety as well as the group. How close is that deviled egg to me?
Let's see. Paul said it was at your 3 o'clock. So I would assume probably like, I don't know. We're not in feet, right? So half day.
Can-
An inch.
6 centimeters.
yeah.
A legit
On-
6
if-
inches.
If we were standing on a grid pattern, if there was a grid pattern underneath us,
Imagine
how many
outside.
squares away would
Sure.
this deviled egg be?
Oh,
If we were on
man.
graph paper, for instance.
I would probably say like, God, I don't even know. Michael, help me out. Like,
Can
Wait,
I get to it? Can I get to
Can
it?
I
Let's try
can
to
I
answer the
make it
question.
canon that you as you look down, you happen to be sitting on graph paper, like that's the
Yes!
the floor that you're
Yes!
fighting on? Just
Excellent.
like for context.
Like,
So you look and you
Sure.
see that these are centimeter squares, and you can say that what is, we'll say 30 feet, right? So it's 6 centimeters away, right?
So I
How
could
she
get to it.
This
I
is how
could,
she
I
sees
could,
squares
the
away.
environment anyway.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, yeah.
basically-
I was about to say
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
yeah, it's very Stranger Than Fiction, where like she sees things
Sure.
fall down and
Matrix.
Mhm.
in the air. Yes. So Sammy is going to make a break for the deviled egg. She's gonna throw the sorry, Rhonda. She's gonna throw the stuffy, the leg warmer stuffy soaked in hindgut juice down.
Sure.
In the middle of the circle as she runs toward the deviled egg and yells to everyone,
Go for the deviled egg. It's gonna be our armor.
roll flight for me. It's gonna be a little hard since there's a lot of terrain in the trash can. So I'm gonna need you to beat like, let's say a 10.
okay.
Nice.
I have a +1 on flight. Oh, that's a 1.
Oh,
Crap.
it
Wait,
is-
do I get an adversity token for that
Sure,
though?
go for it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
always.
yeah.
You fail, you get adversity.
Yeah.
I
University.
failed my
I
first
couldn't
thing. I'm getting
remember.
a token.
Yeah, get your token.
We're warming up. It's been a while. We're getting back
That's
into
okay.
it.
And
Minimum.
I don't have enough banked to get that up to where it needs to be.
So it's gonna be it's really gross. It's slimy, there's milk everywhere, there's food, and you're walking. It's just very slow. Like you'll get there. It's just not as quick as you're gonna need it to be. And as you begin to walk, the ant is going to grab it at you with its pincer. Is it a pincher or pincer? I never know.
I think it's a
It-
pincer.
A
but-
pincer pinches. So
Okay,
it
so
could be
it's
you.
gonna get you with its pinchers. It's gonna reach out for you, and we're gonna roll this a little differently. I hate ants and I never want them to win, but we are going to roll against each other because you are maneuvering through this trash heap while this ant has a little bit more dexterity in the trash as it's lived here a little longer, and it's gonna walk at you and go to pinch, and you can do what you would like to get around it. And so I would like you to roll your fight. And did we identify a fight for these guys?
I think you said
I
12.
haven't. So I was rolling a d12 as a brawn roll.
As a brawn?
Oh.
I'll keep it at. We'll just keep it at a D12 then. That's
It could be a d20.
okay. It's at. That's where we're gonna go. We're gonna roll at its.
They're really good
fight.
at fighting.
So, Miss Sammy,
I do have a question.
you're gonna beat me.
Oh, okay, never mind.
What'd you get?
Exploding dice.
Shut
that's a
up!
6. That's another 6.
Whoa!
And that's a 2, so that's 14.
Wow.
Sammy, that's amazing.
Screw you, ant.
As this ant is coming at you and is about to pinch you, the ant rolls a 3. And so the ant lunges forward and misses you. But how does the ant miss you?
As it lunges forward, I'm stepping down on a crinkle of the graph paper and I drop down a full foot for our size. And the ant just swoops over my head as I boop, down to the next level running toward the egg.
I love it. I love it.
Very humiliating.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
That's great. I love it. You are still on track to that egg. And by the time we get back around to you, you will have made it to the egg. Rhonda,
Yes.
Mhm. What is going on as you have been fighting this ant that was really kind of struggling? You were struggling with it.
I think she mostly like Michael said, there it was just red. She just saw red, and it was stand up, it was get up, it was get to your feet and look around. Obviously she didn't see anything when she looked around, too much red, but it was, there is no option but to get back on your feet and to find Paul. Like there is nothing that will get in between me. And so I'm up. I'm looking around. I didn't see anything. Where is Paul right now?
Paul is on a milk carton, probably near you. You can see him. He's near a broom, what he knows is a broom. And
Sure.
there's a milk carton and some trash, and he's at the first level of climbing that trash.
Great. I'm gonna scan across the field and see if there is any like low hanging fruit to like pull out from the bottom of the pile so that more trash could cascade. I want to cause a trash avalanche into the field of play. Away, it's like
Trash-a-lanch.
Trash-a-lanch.
Away from Paul, not in the same area. Yeah.
Great.
If that's something.
Absolutely. So I'm not going to make you roll for it. Mom would know where trash is, and you can see that to the left of where Paul is, there is a space. So it's not right next to him, but to the left of Paul, there is a a nice pile of trash, and there's like a can of what looks like to be evergreen long cut skull, and then there is a Mountain Dew bottle with like maybe some liquid in it, and then right at the base of that Mountain Dew bottle, it's sitting on what looks to be a Fruitopia bottle that's kind of smashed in the middle.
Sure.
And it's got some holes in the middle. So it's the Mountain Dew is sitting on the Fruitopia bottle,
Right.
and then there's a can of evergreen long cut skull right about at the top of it.
Sure. So I'd like to find the pivot point there and push with all my might to flood this field full of Mountain Dew. Arctic Blast. That might be too.
What? I think that would be too new. We'll just go with the standard
Original
lemon lime.
flavor.
Mountain Dew original flavor.
Citrus.
The half
lemon
half
lime?
filled.
No, the skull is
Oh,
Arctic
Mountain
Blast.
Dew. Sorry.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Not Mountain Dew. Yeah.
Sorry, I went back to my high school where
Yeah.
we were
Surge?
drinking
You got them, like,
Gatorade and
10 years.
dipping skull.
Okay, so give
Yeah.
me
I think she's getting far away from that skull.
a grit
Grit.
check.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay.
As you have gotten to this place and the fire is in you to make this trash-a-lanch.
Good work.
That is an 8 + 1. That is a 9.
That's great because I put it at a 9. So how do we break a
Boom.
tie? Is tie going to the player? Do we roll a tie?
I can boost it if I need to win. That's fine by me.
I don't think we've gotten a tie yet, so I don't know.
We tied it, and I gave it like you're working on it, but like it also has like a detriment as well. So it's up to you. I don't know.
I mean,
you're
I'm
the DM
gonna-
right now.
Oh, I'm gonna let you do it. So
Meets a
narrate
beats it.
how-
You can be that DM. Meets a beats it. I love it.
There's gonna be a consequence though. So
Sure,
there you go.
Absolutely.
Rhonda,
yeah.
you have made it to this stack of trash that absolutely could fall.
Mhm.
You push it, pull it, bop it, twist it. What are you doing to it?
Yeah, I think she is going to put her back up against it and just like backpedal and keep pushing and like turning the bottom bottle so that the water itself, using the street smarts that she has of liquid pouring in coffee and bartending to know.
I thought I made it smell in here. That's some BS right there.
Oh, The greatest bullshit I've ever heard. I love it.
Rhonda, you have done it and you have put your back into it. And girl, as you create this trash-a-lanche, it is very unfortunate because that can of Skull and that bottle of Mountain Dew is filled with somebody's dad's dip spit. And as the trash-a-lanche comes falling down, Rhonda and Sammy and Bobby, you all are splatted with this very caramely colored liquid that has chunks in it and is a bit bubbly and has a very foul wintergreen smell to it. And you are soaking wet. However, the trash-a-lanche has caused the ants to freak out, and they are now covered under the trash. Bobby, you just watched all this happen from your milk carton. And as that was happening, you above can see that there is a small hole starting to form.
Paul.
Who did I say?
You said Bobby.
My bad,
mean
Bobby.
Paul?
It's
No,
Paul.
okay.
Bobby, you also.
Those are the ants being washed
ants.
away.
That
Trash.
was an amazing sound effect, Mark.
You said they were like
That's so
mastiffs,
good.
yeah. So
Yeah.
Working on the live sound effects as we go.
It's so good.
oh no.
You're all muted.
Bobby, you are
Muted.
covered in snot, nastiness. You are not watching. Paul, you watch from a bird's eye view. And as this is happening, that rumbling and the ground moving and the broom moving, the trash bag begins to have a small hole made of it. And this trash bag is getting closed.
I bet.
And Bobby, you are the only one aware, as everything else just happened below with the trash-a-lanche. And now the ants are gone. But you feel like you're on the move as this trash bag is closing. What do you do? How are you? Where are you?
Did you ask me?
Yeah, where you at, Bobby?
Paul.
Paul, how
I'm
do you
not
feel?
Bobby.
No.
I don't know.
Sorry.
My
I
camera,
thought,
I hate, like, I have my
I'm
camera.
so sorry. I'm like,
backward.
I was like,
No.
he is in such deep thought. Like, wow, he is gonna come up with
Paul,
something.
if I
so
ever say
cool.
Bobby, let's just, Alicia sucks tonight. I have
So
tax on the
sorry.
brain.
It's
Paul,
okay.
your face was great and you are shocked. The trash can is closing. You look down, you see that everybody else is
I got it. Okay.
unaware.
Covered in dip spit.
They are covered in dip spit, but the ants are gone.
If this bag is getting closed up, I imagine, I mean, if it's getting closed up, it's getting pulled out of this thing. And I feel like that's our chance to get out of the trash can, right? So our chance to get out of it now is if there's a hole in this trash bag. So in the sort of in the motion is like the plastic is coming toward me. I have this pocket knife in my hand. I'm gonna like gash this. I'm gonna like jump off of the carton that I'm standing on and like stab it into the side of the trash bag and just let it rip as the thing's closing. And hopefully I can make this really big long gash in it. And maybe the whole trash bag spills all over the floor, ideally.
Yeah, roll brains and beat a 4.
Great.
Be a
Okay.
4.
4.
Boy Scouts got it, I know it.
That's gonna be a 17.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Look at that, Boy Scout. Flip that hair, throw that backpack.
I got them. Yeah.
I'm a pirate.
That's the
Yes.
second time I have done like a running slash move in this game. It's
Yeah,
my
Paul,
signature
so
move.
as you are slashing this bag, the broom begins to jostle around and you connect with the plastic and you kind of Indiana Jones it all the way down. Are you screaming? Are you letting people know that this is your great escape? What's going on? Is the trash bag is coming up you are pulling down, and you're correct. You might be finding safety, and you're getting out.
Yeah, I run and jump, and I am yelling like, let it rip, and I stab into the side of that bag and tear that thing open.
Awesome. As the bag falls open, I think we're gonna take a quick break.
All right.
Oh,
Which is great because we lost one of our players momentarily. So,
oh no!
Oh no!
Oh, Mark's
yeah.
gone.
Let me go
you
check on that.
you slice the bag. It begins to open as the darkness comes over all of the characters. Once again, this beaming light shines in your face, and then yes, we will hold it there momentarily as we take a 10-minute, 15-minute break. So
Woo!
We are having cat difficulties. The cat stepped on the power button for Mark's computer and
Oh,
turned
no.
it off.
How is that
Oh,
even
no.
possible?
That's
It's just
a
gonna restart. He's gonna log in.
a
Great.
casualty.
Oh,
That's
look at
kinda-
that
Michael, I've
dad
never loved you
joke.
more than in this moment right now.
Dad jokes.
Quality.
So proud.
And with that, we're gonna take a break. So we will see you guys in a few minutes. Don't go away.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. There we are. You have last seen our friends trying to escape a trash can. And I think that we're going to start this with, oh, we don't have Mark.
Hey,
Rhonda's
Sammy.
missing. Help.
Oh no!
Help me, Rhonda.
Help,
Oh,
Rhonda.
help,
Rhonda
Rhonda.
went away.
Help,
I'm
help.
Hold
fixing
on,
it.
we're having technical difficulties.
Rhonda's
Oh.
super gone.
Oh no, Rhonda was here.
Rhonda,
But
what's
she
wrong
left,
with you?
just like she did right before my science fair project.
Oh.
It's a mystery. It says on the wall Rhonda was here, but she just disappeared.
Typical mom.
For a good time.
Well,
Always
Paul.
bailing.
Wow.
Did we lose power again? What happened?
Mm.
Oh, there he is.
Rhonda.
So, Mark is still a black blob.
Nope,
I
it
can
just
see him.
it just takes a sec to
So-
load it back into OBS. Every time Mark resets, I have to recatch a new link. So
Sorry.
There you go.
no
Okay.
problem.
Yeah,
no
Rhonda.
problem.
That lovely voice everyone's hearing is Klaus, who's managing our whole stream. Let's give it up for
That's right.
Klaus.
Klaus
hi.
That's Cam.
Dog.
Dog cam.
Doggos.
No, that was Klaus.
He's an amazing
This is
voice
incredible
actor.
voice acting.
Yeah.
Klaus
Not only does he have a
Cam.
sumptuous voice, but like uncanny dog impression.
Hey, Alicia, why don't you hit us again with that intro?
Everybody, welcome back to the Dueling Dungeon Masters. I'm Alicia, one half of DDM. The person below me is,
I'm Michael. I'm the other DM.
and we last left our amazing shrunken children and mom in a trash bag that was being closed, and our Boy Scout Paul, not Bobby, was able to rip into the bag and cascade down like Indiana Jones. And right now, the bag is on the move. The bag is being taken out of the trash can, but the bag is about to most likely spill open. So before we get back into the story, let's get a flip.
Hey. Huh, huh.
It's time to duel.
It is me again. But you know what? Alicia?
Mhm.
I'm gonna let you start this one.
Oh wow.
So I'm gonna use my coin.
You did it last time.
Pass it right off to you.
Such charity.
So much charity. There's so much
Yeah.
love between the two of us. And now we begin to duel because he doesn't know where we're going. So,
I
friends,
don't.
this is when it gets serious.
Dicey.
Paul, you have dug your Swiss Army knife into the plastic bag.
That's right.
You are cascading down like Indiana Jones, and as you are being pulled out of this big trash bin, you are falling closer to the trash. So there's like this dual effect going on. You're being pulled up, but you're also being pulled down from gravity. And everybody, you feel this tug, and you're shifting the skull, and the liquid from that Mountain Dew bottle is disgusting, and it's spraying everywhere as it's fallen down. There's no cap on it, and it's just spraying. You all are still covered with wintergreen skull dip spit, and the trash bag begins to lose its strength. Paul has successfully ripped the bag into two, and as we all know, when we take our trash out and something has happened, it begins to fall out. Paul, you were the first person to exit the bag onto the floor, and you can hear the janitor screaming that trash is falling all over. Rhonda, you exit second. Sammy, you have exited the third. And Bobby, you get a nice soft landing on top of all the trash, as you have been trapped in a mug in a jug. You have been disgustingly covered in pink milk and now dip spit. You land on top of a big pile of tissue. Above you is a big janitor in blue coveralls, moving the trash bin very quickly and bending over with his broom that Paul was trying to climb up, and begins to put his broom pan on the ground and starts pushing the trash into this dustpan. Team, you are now free. There are no ants around you. It is very bright, and it is very large around you. Everything you see is at your eye level, which would make it on the floor. There's big feet in front of you. There's a big trash can in front of you that you just got out of. There are some big metal, what could be vending machines near you. But you're free. Bobby,
That's me.
what's going on?
Bobby's gonna take a half second to just kind of like just dry heave a bit because he's covered in that wintergreen dit spit, the Mountain Dew, the strawberry milk, and the ant butt juice, and is now just like, okay. Looks over, looks at Sammy, like, Sammy, you good? You okay?
Sammy is not okay. Sammy already had a meltdown from the strawberry milk and that grossness, and this is beyond the pale for Sammy. And I Beverly would love to do something, but to be honest, my character is fully dissociating and slightly hyperventilating, 1,000-yard stare on her eyes. She is looking through everything and at nothing and just
Okay, yeah, Sammy's not good. Bobby like tears off a large chunk of the tissue paper, like large enough to be like a towel size, and is like watching this trash being kind of swept up. Looks over at like Paul and Rhonda, and is like, we gotta go, and like proceeds to just grab Sammy in like the horizontal like suitcase carry almost, and is like, sorry, we gotta get out of here. Just keep
Sammy
breathing.
wraps her arms and legs around it. Just like instinctual reaction. Bobby is safety, and yeah, just like fetal position under Bobby's arm and like just holding on to him, and still just
Just keep breathing. That's what Coach says. When you're having trouble breathing, just keep breathing. You know, and he's gonna take off. I love this. I love my coach. He's so good. He's gonna take off for, I think, the vending machines, right? It provides some cover of some type, just to get out of like this general catastrophe area. Yeah, it's gonna start moving. He's not gonna try and sprint away. He wants to keep pace with Paul and Rhonda too, but he's ready to move.
Sammy, you have been scooped up by Bobby and you are in your safe space. You're the youngest one here and you have seen a lot in just a couple hours. You are trying to center yourself. You're trying to calm yourself down. What's going on with you?
it's the dip juice. It's the
It's the dip juice.
um, no, it's Sammy. One of Sammy's flaws is specifically, oh God, what was it? Doesn't like dirty hands, and now her hands and her entire frickin' body are covered in not just something that's gross, but somebody else's germs, someone else's disgusting gross germs. And then the strawberry milk and the plan and the science didn't work. The science was right, but it didn't work, and and it's no, we're not supposed to. And I didn't win the science fair. She's done. This is breaking her little brain. If she follows the rules and does things a certain way, things are supposed to happen in a certain way. You do the right stuff, you study and you get good grades, you do the right things and good things happen. She's doing the right things and the good things aren't happening, and it's getting worse. It's not getting better, it's getting worse. It's getting worse. It's getting worse. It's getting worse.
Is this inner monologue, outer monologue? Is it in Bobby's chest and his arm, his chest? Where is this happening with
She
you?
thinks it's inner, but all of that was muffled into Bobby's chest and a little wet because we're all wet, and that's not helping, but it just
I did win the science fair.
Paul. No, it's Rhonda. Rhonda, you are the adult. This is very weird for you. You have probably never been covered in dip spit before and dealt with trash and corn up close, although you have been a waitress and dealt with bars. So, are these smells reminiscent? Are they giving you any kind of flashbacks or memories from your teenage years, your early years as a young single mom? Anything?
um, I think she's had. There's no appropriate way to say this. She's had a lot of fluids that aren't hers and are inappropriate to be on her. She's a waitress. She's a kid. She's she's got a kid. Yeah, she's the goo, the grossness of it, and the smells. Not so much. Like she's been slimed before. If we're gonna talk '90s terms. Yeah, this is all fine. As far as the grossness. I think I think I think she's laughing. I think she's laughing, and she's got like hands above her head, and she's like breathing hard, and she's kind of laughing a little bit. And she's watching this janitor, and in my brain, I don't know what the next song is after up here in my room, but I cannot wait to find out what it is, because that's what she's listening to, and Rhonda knows that song, and so she's like humming along to it, and I think she needs a minute. I think she has to collect herself, and I would like to take a turn to not do anything, and collect and get lost in her thoughts, and because they made it again, and from what I understand, there isn't a whole lot going around. The guys are far enough away that there's a moment of breath, so I think she's going to breathe.
I like that.
Stop laughing hysterically.
Just deadpan from.
Yeah, she's got to figure it out.
Nice. Mom needs a break. That's fair. Paul, you have essentially saved the day, and you have escaped the ants. You are not covered in dip spit. You did not have to deal with the Fruitopia and the Mountain Dew and all those things that were around that skull can. However, you do kind of hit the ground, and it's hard. Like you were really coming down. As the trash was coming up, you were going down. So when you land and you see everything around you, what's going on? Check in with me.
Well, he like definitely grabs his head and he's grabbing his shoulder. He sort of like landed, like rolled on his arm, and he's definitely feeling really sore from hitting the ground so hard. He's looking around, and I sort of, if you could give me maybe or repeat for me the description of where the janitor is located. I kind of want to understand. My instinct is we gotta book it to get to make sure we're not swept back up into that trash again. So I want to get myself as far away from the trash that's been splattered all over the floor as possible. It sounds like Bobby's already sort of booking it. So I'm thinking as soon as I so before I say anything else, if just repeat for me, like where's the janitor located? Like what's he doing? Is he like immediately grabbing that broom and like already starting to sweep up? Like what's going on with that?
Oh yeah, instantly the trash falls out. He kind of grumbles a little bit. He still has his Walkman on, music is still blaring, but he's grumbling. Reaches out for that broom that's in the trash can, so it takes him a second to get it up. He gets the dustpan and then begins to sweep. But the trash that he starts sweeping is a little bit behind you and in front of you. You're in a hallway. You would notice at eye level that there's 4 legs somewhat in front of you, and it looks like a vending machine as you can see the door. So that's directly in front of you. The janitor is directly like a sweep away behind you.
Great. In that case, I get myself up, sort of rub my sore shoulder, look around, and I see my mom just sort of like standing there, like drenched, like hair wet, like looking ragged, and I just run over to her and just grab her for a big tight hug and say, Mom, are you okay? And oh my God, you smell. Mom, come on, quick. We gotta go. If you could run, we gotta let's go run after Bobby under the vending machines, quick. And so I grab her hand.
Yes, absolutely.
Keep saying.
Yeah, back in it, Paul. With that hug, there is a split second where time stands still, where there's like this where they both hug, and and then it's back into the run for our lives, go, let's go.
Right. So I grab her by the hand, and we bolt toward the vending machines.
Okay. The trash is cleaned up, and you have all narrowly escaped it. He was very frustrated. It's getting late. You know that things go on in the school. The school is treated like a community center on the weekends for all types of events and meetings. And the vending machine is right above you. As you guys have gotten there, there's nobody else in the hallway. What you can see, Bobby, as you have taken cover, I'm assuming that's where you went because you wanted to take cover. You can see the arm of the vending machine flapping. There's lots of light, and you can hear a buzzing sound above you because of the motor in the vending machine. You guys frequent the vending machine, so you know there's lots of great snacks in there. What do you want to do?
Once he gets clear with Sammy, he's going to look back and just make sure that Paul and Rhonda are actually getting out. And when he confirms that, he's like, okay, cool. And then just like kind of, I think he's going to wait for a beat to see if they need anything. And if they're clear, he's going to turn his attention back to Sammy. So the real question is like, are they clear?
They have made it. You have seen their little Lego-sized men bodies running towards you as the trash has been scooped up and the final bit of trash has been broomed into the dustpan. And the janitor is dragging his trash can away. So yes, they are clear.
He's going to look at the two of them then kind of out of breath and just be like, good hustle. And he's going to
Thanks, Robert. Just what I needed.
Anytime, Miss Clark. And he sets his bag down and turns to Sammy and like kind of pulls out like a water bottle and uses like the tissue paper towel he kind of has and starts trying to like help defunk Sammy so she can like reset. And it's just saying like, okay, here, hey, Sammy, listen, I got some water. It's not a lot, but use this as a towel and kind of like, here, let me help you out. Like kind of help her like wash her hands and start to get like unmessed because it's all gross.
Sammy, can you roll a fight for me as you are having this experience? I'd want to see if you are combative or receptive to what's going on as you are in this monologue of yours.
That is a 3.
Okay. Yeah, I think that the moment, based on Sammy's touch, Beverly, is it okay if he instantly starts helping Sammy clean, or would that 3 be more of a little bit standoffish as she's trying to come through that moment?
I think that 3 is her not fighting him at all, but she's not responding to him. She is in her own space, and there is no expression on her face whatsoever. She's allowing him to pat her dry, and she seems appreciative, but again, there is no helping him, there is no fighting him. It is just Sammy's world right now for Sammy.
Bobby, how what does that do to you? Where are you knowing that this is her response?
Bobby is really concerned. So he knows that Sammy will probably calm down if she's not covered in goop, but is also just kind of talk to her, like, hey Sammy, that's all done. We're good now. Okay. Hey, talk to me. Like, what we got planned next? You've always got a good idea, right? What's your next big idea it's going to get us out of here? That's your thing. I know you're always thinking. So, like, what do you got in your brain?
Sammy, what is your big next?
Sammy reaches back and takes off her Lisa Frank backpack, reaches into it, and she is still, there is no eye contact with him. There is no response vocally. She reaches back, reaches into her backpack, and pulls out the Dunkaroos, hands one to her brother, and rips the other one off and just starts shoving Dunkaroos and Dunkaroo frosting into her face.
Yeah, good call. Got to feed the machine. Yeah.
Little nod. Again, still looking through everything and at nothing.
Okay. Rhonda Paul,
Mhm.
you have escaped the trash man and the janitor's trash cleaning, and you are making your way towards Bobby and Sammy, and you see this interaction going on between the two of them. There's no sound, but Rhonda, as a mom, you are aware that something is going on. And as you are approaching, how do you interact with this moment?
Just before we get there, I'll hold Paul back just for a little bit, and I'll turn to him and I'll go, Paul, you're good, right? You're okay. You're alive right now. I know we're not. None of us are okay, but
Yeah,
okay.
I'm okay, Mom.
Okay, clean yourself up, and look like you know the next move. Okay, think about that. You don't have to know it. Just look like you're ready. I love you. Okay, and she turns around, and she goes in to the two of them, and she goes, "Hey, Bobby. How's our big strong guy there? How you doing, Bobby? How you doing, huh? Doing okay?"
I would kill for a change of clothes, but
Yeah.
what it is. I'm doing all right, and kind of like tilts his head a little bit towards Sammy. Is like, we're pushing through it.
Okay. Here, and she's gonna go sit down in front of Sammy as she's looking through her booklet, and Rhonda's just gonna look at the booklet. She's gonna go, that all looks like jibber jabber. That is science fiction. That is what is that? That's unbelievable. I know enough to know that I don't understand that. That's where I am.
It's Dunkaroos. It's just cookies and frosting.
From the mouth of babes.
Right. Yes. There's that wit. God, I do miss it. Look, you're smart. You're bright. As terrible as a situation as we're in right now, and take a step out of this right now. This isn't this. You shrunk us down. That's amazing. You have done something nobody has done. Like what this? We got to get out of here. We got to get out of here. Not.
The answer
I'm not scared. I'm not scared. And that means that's good because I can take the lead and I can be the adult here because you know what's going on. You know what I mean? Go ahead, Michael. You're raising your hand.
Yeah, may I jump in really quickly? Is that okay, Alicia?
I was
gonna
just
ask-
about to ask for a flip when Rhonda's done. So yes, you may take
Oh.
over.
No, I wasn't going to take over. What I'd like is, if I may, ask for a charm roll from you and a grit roll from Sammy
Sure.
to see how well this connection goes.
Four.
Okay, well then I will use all of my adversity tokens to push it to a 4 because I got a 1.
Oh damn!
But you get an adversity token.
No, I can't use it in that same.
No, but you have one now.
I do now have an extra one. Yes.
So, Alicia, you can tell me what those equal 4s mean, but I just wanted to know what. I don't know. I've found that a very interesting moment to use charm. So I thought it would be
So
Yeah.
Rhonda,
Mhm.
Sammy, knowing that Sammy is shut down and a 3 does not provide a response.
Mhm.
Sammy, does a 4 provide a change in your body language? Does it give you pause that the adult is really providing you some validation? Where is that 4 for you? Because there's a little more going on with Sammy than just meets the eye of Kid Genius. So what does she think before Rhonda moves on? So can you describe your body language and how you are in this like Dunkaroo eating phase?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It is definitely very Sammy's sitting in a ball, as tight and small and in as she can be. And when Rhonda comes over, I assume Rhonda knows to like get down to a kid's level.
Oh yeah, and circle around in front. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I think the difference between the 3 and the 4, 3 being no response and 4 is I think Sammy goes from her ball to kind of crisscross applesauce and just kind of leans forward into Rhonda's bubble a little bit.
Beautiful. Rhonda, as you are trying to persuade this young genius with your passion and validation and kindness, and you see the body language change from what you walked up on, how do you finish this moment with her?
I go, if you're anything like your mom, you'll find a way out of this. I believe in you, kid. And I'm going to stand up and I'm going to go over to Paul.
Paul, it's Friday night. And Friday night's a big night for you, Paul. It's scout night.
Oh.
It's your weekly meeting. And if my memory serves me right, Paul has never missed a meeting. Am I missing it? Am I wrong? Is it?
He's not tardy. He doesn't break rules. He's never missed
No.
This
Oh,
is
man.
not cool.
Paul, it's Friday night. And y'all have been here for about 4 hours. This has been a very long afternoon post science fair. And you know, just as everybody else in town knows, that your scout meeting is held right here at the middle school.
Great.
You made it underneath the vending machine, Paul, and you look down at your micro-sized watch, and you just know. What in the heck is Eagle Scout perfect attendance science fair extraordinaire
Runner-up.
runner-up Paul doing in this very moment as Mom is coming towards you?
Mom,
Yeah.
it's
Well, yeah.
it's
You said
it's-
you were okay. What's up?
Mom, it's 6:33.
Yeah.
It's 6:33, Mom.
Is it? Okay. Okay.
My
oh,
scout meeting started at 6, Mom.
Oh.
And it's here.
Scouts.
It's here at the school.
Well, then you haven't missed it at all. Then you're here. You haven't missed it at all.
Mom logic.
I know you're trying to make me feel better,
Oh
Mom.
my god!
But that doesn't make a
Oh.
whole lot of sense.
I know it doesn't make any sense. I'm just, yeah, look, it's they're not gonna take you're not an Eagle Scout. They're not gonna not let you be an Eagle Scout because you miss a single in your entire, you were a wolf, you're a bear, you are a webelow, and we're testing. I'm so excited for your community project. Whenever you reveal that to me, your presentations are always always a thrill.
Can you roll?
Mom,
There's
Can I
another
please-
charm roll.
Can I please get a charm roll, and then please, from Rhonda and
Sure.
Paul? I really need you to roll a grit and a fight at the same time. 'Cause I
Oh,
don't-
God.
And I need you to pass. Your grit needs to be an 8, and I need your fight to pass a 9.
I got an 8, so explode, and then I rolled a 3, and that makes it a total of an 11.
Right?
Okay, so my grit is a 6,
Oh shit.
and my fight is an exploding die.
Okay.
Ooh.
So do I keep rolling? I mean, I know this. I don't know if
Yeah.
this is really
Yeah.
that kind
Keep
of
rolling
roll,
one
but
more
yeah.
time.
Great.
Yeah.
And a 1. So it was an exploding die for +1, +1. So 6 total
Okay.
for my fight.
I'm not going to narrate your frustration or your acceptance. I want you to narrate what those two numbers mean to you. And at that explosion die, is that a calming explosion die, or is that a like, I'm about to blow my top off and I'm going to be very mean?
Look, Mom, I know you're trying to make me feel better, but my perfect attendance badge is over. There's no chance. I was really looking forward to getting that one. So look, I'm sorry for losing my cool, but this is crazy. This is crazy, everything that's going on here. She's freaking out, and she's covered in goo, you're covered in goo, and we're tiny, and ugh. I turn on my heel and just sort of walk sort of deeper underneath the vending machine.
With that, let's get the final flip of the night.
Ooh.
Maybe the final flip. Depends on how fast this goes. It is me. It is me.
I hope it's
Woo.
the final flip of the night.
It's been
I don't
an
ha-
emotional
I can't-
day.
I can't throw it at you
Lot of
anymore.
feels.
So
You
okay,
sure can.
so it is me. Okay. It's getting late. It's later in the evening. It's in the fall, so we're in daylight savings time. So it is or we've fallen back now.
Mhm.
So it is dark, right? The lights you see at 6:30. Paul, you established this is after 6:30.
Right.
At 6:30, the lights shut off.
Oh, right.
But because this is a school, there are some emergency lights that you can still see like down the hallway. But for the most part, the hallway is pretty dark. You Paul has stormed off, and Bobby, you are sitting, comforting your sister. You see some sort of confrontation, and your friend has stormed off from his mother. She looks a little frustrated, but she knows that she needs to give him space. It's getting late. You hear murmuring down the hallway as though voices are coming further off down this particular hallway. The vending machine is near, because you've gone to this middle school before. You know there's a bathroom nearby, and then you know there's a few classrooms, and then there is a double door that leads to another hallway, which leads to the office of this building. You're comforting your sister. She's slowly coming out of this this like dark hole that she's kind of put herself in, after the words of Rhonda. And yeah, this is a moment to breathe. This is a moment to interact. I am going to get us out of turn order, and anyone who wants to do something may do something currently.
I do have one thing I want to do real quick.
Okay.
So Bobby's seen Sammy be a little more responsive. It's kind of like wrapped the rest of like the dry portion of this towel around her is like a kind of comfort blanket. It's been sitting there with her for a little bit, and sees Paul kind of go storming off. And he looks at Sammy and goes, "Hey, you good for a minute? If you want me to stay, I'll stay. But I think I want to go talk to Paul real quick. Are you good here?"
Just give me my notebook, please.
Hand it over. All right, I'm not going far. I'll be right back. Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Sammy, you killed it back there. Smart move with the butt juice.
Butt juice.
Roll a charm for me on that.
Oh, okay. I'm
And-
actually not very charming.
And roll a grit. Roll against her
If you're
grit.
an ant, butt juice is very charming.
That's true. That's
Uh,
true.
Beverly, can Sammy roll me a grit as well?
Yes.
My charm is a 2. My grit is a little higher than that. Which is
No,
good.
no, her grit, your charm.
Oh, okay. My charm's a 2.
That's a 2.
Okay. So you are obviously trying to comfort her.
I'd
And-
like to burn my last adversity token to
Mhm.
push this over.
Great. So he has pushed it to a 3. And that means that he is slowly starting to chisel away at that walled off heart of yours, Sammy. Can you how does that make you feel? Your brother's trying to protect you. Your brother's trying to make you feel better, and he just acknowledged how smart you were, how well you did back there. And you've already kind of loosened up because of what Rhonda said. So where are you now?
At this point, what Rhonda said to Sammy and the way that Rhonda said, if you're anything like your mom, you'll figure a way out of this,
Mhm.
felt like a challenge to Sammy. And so once her brother hands her notebook, makes his little joke, she gives a bit of a giggle, more so to appease him because she knows he won't stop trying to joke until she laughs. So give him the laugh so he'll go away and let you do what you need to do. Gives him the laugh, and she knows that he'll feel better too if she starts kind of humming, whether she's humming or singing, like while she's working, while she's scribbling in her notebook. So she's gonna hum the Gummy Bears theme song
Sure.
while she's doodling away.
Sure. And I'll say this for you, Sammy, your intention is to make him feel better by what he's doing. But in turn, because you're turning your intention toward making him feel better, somewhere deep down, deep down inside, you're starting to feel more like Sammy again.
The notebook definitely helps.
The notebook helped. The humming, whether you're doing it for a performance or
Yep.
not, is still soothing to you. And yeah. So you
The
may
wheels
not
are
be your
turning. The car is no longer, the car is still an idle, but the
Sure.
engine is on at
There you go.
least.
There you go. And you begin to doodle in your notebook. You were intentionally leaving to go to Paul, correct, Bobby?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Kind of walk over to Paul, kind of hands in the jacket, and just, hey man, you all right?
No, I'm not okay. I've been trying to act cool this whole time, but this is all so crazy and I don't know what's going on.
It's absolutely bonkers. I agree with you on that.
And I just got really pissed because I'm late for my scout meeting, and I've never been late, and I've never missed a meeting. Meeting, is that the right word? Session?
Yep.
I don't know.
Meeting.
Anyway, I've never missed a meeting before, and my mom over there is trying to tell me that, oh, it's all going to be fine, and I'm here anyway. And what does she know about being on time and stuff? She misses everything. She wasn't even there for my science fair project. It's been a crazy day, but...
Yeah, Bobby like gestures at his jacket, which is still just covered in juice. He's like, yeah. Hey, he like kind of drops the tough guy act for a second, goes, are you familiar with like halftime rallies? Not the stuff you see on the field, but like the stuff that actually goes down in the locker room.
Oh, other stuff happens than the band playing?
Yeah, like band comes out and the cheer squad does their thing, and it's all incredible. But halftime rallies is a good chance for people to, the team to actually come together and figure out the next move, right? And it's especially important if, well, I'll be frank with you, man. It's especially important if you get your asses kicked, right? Because there's nothing worse than coming out and thinking you're going to own the night and just realizing, the other team's 3-4, touchdowns ahead of you. And it's just like, man, can we even recover from this? And it's important to take that moment and really push back against the hopelessness to try to come back for something you can at least be proud of, if not even turn it into a win, right? Now, it absolutely sucks that you're late for your meeting, right? That's, it's a really frustrating experience. But let me ask this, though. What time's it end? Because we might be able to get you there.
Well, it started at 6. I usually get done around 7:30.
All right, so we got some time on the clock. We're still in the game, right?
Yeah, I'm still in the game.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks. I really appreciate you saying that. It made me help me clear my head a little bit. I should probably go apologize to my mom.
Hey, also,
make the best of the rest of the halftime, all right?
You do the same, man. And quick thing with that knife. It's gotten us out of a lot of bad spots tonight. You really are always prepared.
he like adjusts his hat and like feeling really charged up from that conversation.
Little fist bump.
Yeah, fist bump moment. Yeah. I'm gonna say that like I like miss your fist bump, or it's like a little awkward. It's like not
go
a clean
go again,
connect.
and then there you go, and blow it up.
Yeah. Cool. Now that the lights have been turned off, it's a little harder for us to see under the so I'm gonna say, like, as I'm walking back over to Mom, like I pull my flashlight out of my backpack, flip it on. Hey, is everyone okay? Mom? And I run back over to her and just come up to her for a moment and say, hey, listen, I'm really sorry for yelling before. I just got really frustrated. But you know, we're all still in this, and we're in this together. And I can't be losing my cool, especially right now. So sorry.
Nothing to be sorry about. What was happening out in the hallway while they were having their thing? As you said, there were voices, there was murmuring.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would, while they're having their little moment, I would love to have been listening to the murmurs throughout the hallway.
Sure. So you hear you hear this murmuring, and as you one second, because I'm looking up something currently.
Not ominous.
As you're kind of like, you know, your son is frustrated with you, and you kind of like just stare off into the hallway. You know, the lights shut off, but you can still see down the hallway. You hear this murmuring, and as you focus your brain slowly, you hear the scout's oath being said, like faintly, but because it's such a booming voice, you hear it. You hear like this sound, and as you focus your mind, you know, you're hearing, on my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country and obey blah blah blah. We finally get to a scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, all of the things that the scouts proclaim to be. You're starting to slowly, as you just squint your eye, close your eyes completely, listen down the hallway. You're hearing these words, you know, loyal, trustworthy. You know what this is, and it is the scout's oath. And as your son is approaching you, your eyes are squinting so hard, trying to listen to just like these phrases that you know your son has said over and over and over again. He breaks you out of it and says, Mom, I'm so sorry. I lost my cool back there. That's what you're hearing.
Nothing to be sorry about. You know, you've really come a long, long way, Paul. And you've done, I mean, you know, I give you a place to stay and some, you know, you've done most of it on your own. I mean, I'm only functioning so that you can show up to these meetings. And if, you know, we can't get you that badge, yeah, then what's it all for? You know, we got to get you. That's who you are. And you are always prepared. And I wasn't prepared to have such a good boy on my side of the field there. So, hey, did you figure out, remember, at least look like you know what you're doing. So
Right.
you seem to have a little bit more confidence about you, which is great. Now, okay, and she like adjusts his little scout uniform, and she tucks it up, and she goes, okay, well, this is where we're gonna put that badge. It is 6:30ish. Let's get this kid back to the machine so we can get big, and let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah, and she's
That's $1
starting
in
to
the swear jar.
she says from afar, this is emboldening you. You are feeling this confidence as she straightens your tie. You also hear the scout's oath being proclaimed, like very, very faintly down the hallway.
Yeah, we thanks, Mom. Yeah, I love you. But and we gotta make a plan. I turn back over to Bobby and Sammy, and I say, hey guys, we got to get to that machine. We know it's right across the hall, still over in that other room, and I'm willing to bet by now the janitor's probably out of there. What do you say we make a dash across the hall and try to sneak our way back in there? It's probably our best shot, right?
What do you think, Sammy? You want to try and prove that science fair judge wrong?
Sammy's got her notebook all up in her face and just stands up and starts walking in whatever direction she's facing.
Let's do it. I got some calculations, and I think I got to figure it out. We're going to need some more wires.
Well, there might be some wires right here. And I point the flashlight up to the vending machine. Think you could make some use of them?
And you absolutely see a whole bundle of wires going this, that, and the other way.
Some sticking out.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Nice.
But before we cut
Nope, go.
But before we cut any of those wires, we should probably unplug it. But considering that the plug is the size of all of us combined, it's going to be a little harder than I think.
And as you guys are making a plan, you look up this. Roll up brains for me, Sammy, as the flashlight hits this wire or this cord of wires.
That is a 7.
Right. You look up, you see this bundle of wires, and this sparks something within you. You flip backwards in your unicorn notebook to like page 27, and you're like, oh, I've got it. Something you missed earlier on. What do you say to the rest of them before we cut out for the night? You just had an idea.
My brain is better than everybody's brain. Guys,
High five.
I think I've got it.
And she is now back to normal. She is now no longer like stuck in her her cocoon of despair covered in all of this goo. She is in fact she's onto something. She's going back through her notes, and with that the camera zooms out into a blackout, and we will leave it there as she begins to make readjustments on her invention.
Dun, dun,
Dun,
Amazing.
dun,
I had it flipped to shrink instead of charge.
Oh, right.
Of
Shrink,
course.
charge, death ray.
Same
You know.
Well, good thing I didn't have it flipped to that.
Yeah.
Would have been a short campaign.
Very
That's why
short
we
show.
don't know of Buxley, Ohio, is because
Right.
Oh my god.
And with that,
I
we're gonna end it.
blasted.
We're gonna end it for the night. Thank everyone who's stopped by and listened to our crazy adventure. We are on to the next. I am Michael. You can find me at pth.official_official or just pthofficial. And I am joined by Alicia.
I'm Alicia. You can find me across all social media platforms at Alicia Filiolo. And we are here with the amazing cast of Oops. Thank you, all of you. Sammy, Rhonda, Bobby, Paul. You have a very special place in my heart. And I would like to leave before we let the cast say goodnight with the moment that Paul says he is having a hard time and Bobby looks at him and says, push back against the hopelessness. I think we all kind of need that right now as we a lot of communities over the last week and a half have been hit with a lot of hopelessness. And so as I say goodnight to my cast and to my teammate and to the people watching and the people who will listen in a few weeks, really push past that. And I think Bobby's words will hold true for quite some time. So to my amazing cast, thank you for centering me tonight and reminding me that while there is hopelessness and it can suck, we really do need to push through and get through that halftime speech. So Bobby, Andrew, please take it out as saying goodnight as the cast. And I will see you guys in a couple weeks.
Absolutely. And yeah, awesome words. By you, not by me, but you know,
Kind of by you.
You're right.
But
No,
by
you
you.
know what? I did say some really cool stuff today.
I did say some cool shit. No, but seriously, that's an awesome message to take out of it, and I greatly appreciate you for that. So yeah, I'm Andrew. You can find me at Boom Man Grenade on Twitter or on Live from the Apocalypse on Twitch, where we do charity tabletop role playing games for charity. And I'm just happy to be here and do cool RP stuff with a bunch of cool people.
I'm Beverly Provost. You can find me on the TikToks at Nerdy Native Gal or Instagram at Beverly Provost Official. And be extra nice to somebody tomorrow because you never know what someone is going through or why they're going through it. So you could be a stranger on someone's worst day of their life and you can be a bright spot on that day just by being not an asshole. So
Rhonda.
I guess that's me. Hi, Mark. You can find me at MagicBedMark again. I don't have words of wisdom. I love each and every one of you. This was fun. This is a wild ride for me. It's great. This will be a good journey for me and Rhonda, and with you. This is a lovely cast and a lovely two lovely DMs to be able to do whatever's going on with Rhonda. So it's been great. Thank you guys.
Thanks, everyone. My name's Nick, and you can find me online at Nick Mason with a 0. And this is being recorded a few days before PAX Unplugged. Really excited to see all of these people in person and just be in community with all of the tabletop RPG folks and have a good old time. So thanks for listening and good night, y'all.
And of course, we couldn't do all of this without our amazing backstage production manager.
Yeah.
We have a Klaus von Hornauer.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah. So
what would we do without the Klaus?
Yeah. He's looking.
He is handsome. He is wonderful.
It was like he's a young, sexy Santa Claus.
Yeah. He is the best, and we appreciate him. And we appreciate you guys for stopping by. We will see you next time on another adventure, a tiny adventure in the Dueling Dungeon Masters. And have a good night. We'll catch you next time.
A grand adventure, but
a grand adventure in a tiny world. Bye, everybody. Everybody say good night.
Good night.
Bye.